Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Tiara Nicole Riley. Super excited to continue this relationship series that we are discussing all the things. Now, I said in the beginning of this series, but I just wanted to reiterate this is for the girlies that do love themselves, have a great life, enjoys their relationship with their friends, and still want romantic love. Okay? For the people who are constantly being told, it'll happen when it's meant to happen, and focus on loving yourself, and love will find you. And all these other cliches that people say while they're comfortably sitting in their relationship, right? So if that is you, go ahead and lock in. Okay, we are continuing the conversation. If you've missed any of the previous videos, definitely go ahead and scroll through my page and share the videos with somebody that you know is also struggling to find the love of their dreams. Because in 2025, we are getting love. I am claiming it for you. I am claiming it for you. I am claiming it for you. 2025 is the year you find the love you deserve. And that's on period. Okay. And that is on period. So the next thing that I want to talk about that I have had the opportunity to do that kind of like shifted my dating perspective. Although I am not a serial monogamous in the sense of that I am going from relationship to relationship and I typically have big gaps in between my relationships. I think the shortest gap was like 2 to 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, as long as like maybe 5 years in between relationships. I'm gonna have to sit down and like actually map out the years to see. But yeah, I feel like the shortest gap was like 2 to 3 years. So, I definitely have those gaps or whatever. But when it comes to dating, I typically like will date and then like find somebody I really like and kind of like lock in on them and not continue to date other people. However, summer 2024, I was like, hey, it's hot girl summer. Okay, I'm trying to be in these streets. Okay. I literally called it my hot girl summer tour. Okay, literally had a blast. And I really had a blast enjoying the dating process in general, right? Couple things that were at play for me that made it different this time. I had actually given up on the possibility of like finding my person. I had gotten to a place where I was really frustrated, really discouraged. And so I was like, you know what? Might as well just go have fun. Turned out to be the exact thing I needed to do. What you looking there? Jump scare. Yo, I ain't got no common sense. But yeah, so I really entered my like date 'em all sis kind of era and just started to enjoy the dating process and understanding that like it's just gonna be what it's gonna be, right? And it really, so the way my life is set up, I have like 2 seasons. I have my busy season, which is from like mid-November to like mid-May. So what's that, like 6 months? Yeah. So, 6 months out of the year, I'm working 7 days a week. I'm busy, busy, busy. I'm traveling every weekend for cheerleading. And, but I'm also working my full time job and I also have my business and I also have my daughter. Like, I just don't have capacity for much of anything outside of what's on my priority list, right? And maybe in the next series, we'll talk about like balancing busy, or yeah, busy and balanced. So definitely having those conversations and understanding like how to do that, but we'll talk about that in another series. That'll be the next one. And so what I had to, but okay, so that's 6 months, right? So from November to May, I'm busy, 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 busy. However, from May to November, my calendar is wide, wide, honey. That's when I do my best travels, okay? That's when I do my best parties, my day parties. Also, like, I'm just a summer girl. My birthday's in October, so I'm a fall baby technically, but like, I am a summer girl. Like, I am my happiest in the summertime when the weather is nice and I can wear my little sundresses and all the things, okay? I am at my best in the summer, period. Okay. But summer 2024, I was like, you know what? I'm going to date them all. Why not? Pew, pew, pew. Line them up, honey. Line them up, line them up, line them up. What that did was it allowed me to be in the receive mode, right? And it allowed me to understand So I am a giver by nature. I am naturally a giver. And that's why I said in a previous video, like, I'm a great girlfriend. I just suck at dating. And it's by and large because I tend to give girlfriend perks before girlfriend status. And if a man gets that before they commit to you, they often don't, cause they're not motivated to commit. You know what I mean? Like, and so men just don't appreciate what they don't earn. And I actually had an ex from way. He used to give me dating advice, like after we broke up, but he would give me dating advice. And one thing he said that has always stuck out, he said, a man has to earn every single thing you give him. He needs to earn anything you give him. Down to, he needs to earn your number. Okay? Like, it is just, I don't know. Take that up with the Y chromosome. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But when a man tell you that a man needs to earn everything that has anything, and I've had another guy, after we stopped dating, he was like, yeah, like, you're almost too open. Like, don't tell me everything right up front. I'm like, noted. True. For the next guy, right? But yeah, but what it did is it put me in receive mode and allowed me to be just open to receiving and to being courted and to being pursued. The other thing that it did in a very tangible way is it created the opportunity for comparison in a good way, right? Like, if I'm only dating this one person, I might think that that's the only option available to me, right? But if I'm dating this person, if I'm dating multiple people, right? Let's just say that. So if I have multiple people on my roster and this person is, like I told y'all in the previous video, like this nigga was talking about, well, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me after you left a date with me and I didn't check on you to make sure you were safe and all this? Huh? But then I got my now boyfriend who always made sure I got home safely. You know, he would initiate phone calls. Sometimes he would call me on the way home from the date. You know what I mean? We just spent 6 to 8 hours together. And he picks up the phone as soon as we get in the car. After you walk into the car, he picks on the phone. You know, are you home safe? Are you good? Da-da-da. How did things go? You know, like, so I got one person who don't give a fuck about my safety. And I got another person who does. Huh? I think having multiple people on your roster in the initial stages, obviously, gave me the opportunity to see, like, it's not just that millennial men don't care about chivalry and safety and, you know, all of these things. It's that one didn't. And so it allowed me to spend more time and energy pouring into the people who were worthy and deserving of my time and energy, and retracting it from the people who weren't. So date 'em all, sis. Date 'em all, sis. And it's funny because as I've shared that kind of openly with, you know, friends and family or whatever, people have asked, like, kind of like, what made my boyfriend stand out? What made him different? How did I know when he was that person? So one thing that stood out was his consistency. After our first date, for weeks, we spent 3 to 4 hours on the phone every night. Every night. He would call me around the time he knew my daughter was asleep, and we would spend like 2 to 4 hours on the phone every night. He would just call me. At the end of the day, he would just call me. Every night. Every night. It was the sexiest thing ever. So one, the consistency. And then two, I knew he was the person I wanted to be with if I was out with someone else, I felt like I was cheating. Even though we weren't in a relationship yet, I felt like I was cheating. I was like, looking over my shoulder, like, hold on. But then also, like, when the phone calls, right? If my phone rang and it was somebody else, I would be annoyed. I'd be like, this nigga. But if he called, I'm like, oh. And the biggest thing that made me realize, like, this was my person was I love my sleep. Okay. So when I realized I was willing to forego sleep to talk to him, I was like, that's it. Lock me in, honey. So I hope this information has been helpful to somebody, because I want y'all to find love in 2025, and I'm going to help you get there, okay? So if this information was helpful, definitely drop some comments and questions in the comments Thank you.